Hey everybody, how's it going? If you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at the Royal Kludge N80 low-profile mechanical keyboard. It's a 75%er, but don't let its size fool you. It is a heavy, chunky keyboard, which is great for typing. It doesn't hardly move at all, but we'll look into that here a little bit later into the video. But guys, sit back, relax, and let's dive straight into it. All right, and here it is, the Royal Kludge RK, the N80 keyboard. It's a little bit different of a design. You do see the giant knob at the top, but here on the back, I do have the red switches that go with it. And if you want the little bits of information, or if you want to scan the barcode, you can here. But let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and check it out. This keyboard is a 75% wireless keyboard with 80 keycaps. You do have that smart knob that is up there on the top right with the screen display inside of it. We do have the low-profile red switches, and you can also get them in brown. You have the triple mode connectivity, which is wired, wireless, or Bluetooth. The triple sound-absorbing layers that are inside of this thing to help make it sound extra thick and premium. You do have a 3750 milliamp battery inside of this thing for extra long usage. Now, using more of the brightness and more of the LEDs will cause that to go for a shorter amount of time, but it does depend on how your usage goes. You do have the software that goes along with it for full customization and macros and remapping and everything that we'll check out here later. And then lastly, you do have those keycaps on this thing to go with those low-profile switches, are low-profile as well, and they are ABS double-shot keycaps for that extra premium look and feel. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below if you have any questions about the keyboard itself. I'll be more than happy to answer, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when a new video comes out, because I got plenty more on the way. But let's go ahead and get into what comes in the box. We do have this giant manual that goes across the entirety of the box, and then we do have the keyboard straight here on top, which we will look at that here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and see what kind of extra goodies we have in the box, which are the extra low-profile switches. We do get 4 of those, and a Pride Tool guitar pick. We do have the USB-C cable, which does have a detachable USB-A cap to go with it. And then we do have the keycap puller. Now, this is your normal double-sided keycap puller. Nothing too fancy. Just has the switch grabber on one side and the keycap puller on the other. And here's that USB-C cable, which is that really nice dual USB-C. It does have that extra top on it to go from USB-C to USB-A, which does help for compatibility. And then, of course, lastly, we have the switches for our little trinket bag here, which has those extra small switches and that guitar pick for pulling and prying. Usually you see these in smartphone repair kits, but never really needed to use it when I was using it on this keyboard when I was popping out these switches and keycaps. But as you can tell here, the switches are half the size and super small. They are smooth. They are pre-lubed, so they will have an extra smooth feeling to them. And they're a little bit quieter as far as the pre-lube goes. But again, the travel distance is about half of a normal switch. We do have those little prongs down here on the bottom where they do connect to the board. Now, this is my first low-profile keyboard that I have used before, and again, travel distance is way shorter. But let's go ahead and check out this giant manual that it came with. This is completely different from most keyboards that have just a little pamphlet or that folds out. This does fold out itself, but it has massive, big text, very clean, and it shows what every function does, including the special functions here if you use the function keys. And of course, if you have any issues, you can contact them as well. But we'll go ahead and flip it over and look at a little bit more information on how the connections work, which a lot of it goes through the fancy control knob that is in that top right. You can see that the wireless mode is indicated through there. Again, most everything, if you want to change the lighting and everything like that, the connectivities, you want to switch it to Bluetooth or which there are 3 different selections for the Bluetooth mode, and then you have the 2.4 that you can switch it to. And then down here, we also have the backlight controls, which you can control the brightness, the speed, and everything all built into the keyboard, and it shows little tiny pictures of what it looks like on it. But we'll look at the actual knob here in just a little bit. But we'll go ahead and fold this little dude back up. But here we go. Let's check out the keyboard, though. And so we have here these low-profile switches. We have those low-profile keys. As we can see here, we do have some lights for you, as well as the caps, but if it's also on Windows or Mac mode, just in case, so if you need to know that, we do have the giant knob over here, and we'll go ahead and take that little peel off, so it looks beautiful and clean. But here on the back, we do have that Royal Kludge 2.4 wireless dongle that has a nice little slot inside the keyboard. It's almost completely flat. Not completely, but it's almost there. We do have the USB on the left of the screen here is where you plug it into your computer. And that second USB-C is a USB 2.0 USB pass-through. So just do keep that in mind that that is a USB 2.0, not 3.0. Now we're going to go ahead and turn this guy on, and there it is. It boots up really quickly. Here's that Royal Kludge menu and display here. By default, the wheel will control your volume here for your computer. If you click it, you go into Bluetooth mode 1, 2, 3, USB mode, USB wired mode, the home screen, the layout, the effects, the color, the brightness, the speed of the effects, language, and, of course, return. And if you click return, you just go back to the main menu where you have the time, the date, the battery, and what mode you're in. It has all the information here, including set to Windows, so it has it all there on the main screen. But we'll go ahead and go into the home area. We can set it to a clock, digital clock, or GIF. Now, this is the default GIF for Royal Kludge here, as that'll just kind of loop around. Again, we will be setting our own GIF later on as we go down through the video, as we get to the software. We do have the Windows and Mac mode that you can set it to for the different hotkeys. Now, under effects, you do have 17 different effects plus the music that are inside of here. We'll go ahead and turn the light off here so you guys can see how this looks. We'll start scrolling our way down. All right, and that's the main area of the display. I mean, the keyboard itself still kind of super heavy. Again, we'll look at that here in just a bit on the weight, but it is super nice. We do have the model here on the back if you guys want to look it up. Again, that's the RK-N80. And we do have the feet here on the back. That's kind of become more normal. We do have the smaller feet, and then on the inside on the back, we do have the bigger feet, depending on how you like your angles for your keyboard to be. And now we're going to go ahead and check out how the keyboard sounds, and you guys can see how much it doesn't move while typing on it. There's no thuds, there's no movement due to the weight of the keyboard, so let's go ahead and check it out. Again, the keyboard doesn't move very much. It sounds great. Those loop switches are really nice. Again, the travel distance is a little bit to get used to because they are low-profile switches and low-profile keys. So, again, you're not going to have that full feel to it, but again, it's going to be a little bit easier on you. The fatigue won't be there. Your fingers aren't moving and traveling nearly as far, so do keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and check out, since we just heard what it sounds like and how great it is, let's go ahead and see how loud exactly it is, because I gave you the audio that was really nice, really boosted, and it sounds great. But in real life scenario, let's go ahead and check out how loud it officially is. So typing on this thing, again, was great, but it's really not that loud. I think this is the quietest keyboard I think I've ever seen on this channel so far. Going between mid-30s to maybe in the high 40s to mid-50s. I mean, it's really not that bad, and it really does depend how close the sound meter is to the keyboard. But in most cases, this is super quiet. Those loop switches and the half travel distance really come in clutch here, and it sounds amazing. We are going to go ahead and throw this on the scale and see what we have, which is right at 889.5 grams. So not too shabby, but again, I have a full-size keyboard that's like 10 grams above this one. All right, let's go ahead and check out what's under the hood. We're going to go ahead and pull these keycaps off so we can see just what's underneath here, and we can check out those low-profile switches and the PCB that's underneath here as well. Let me go ahead and get the ASD's keys off of here, and then we're going to go ahead and pull the couple switches out. And we do have those north-facing LEDs, and we do have that white PCB to go along with it. Looks super nice. Again, if you're going to buy different switches than the reds that or browns that come with it, you need to make sure that the switches do match up. And right here, we do have those double shot ABS keycaps. Low profile. Those half the switch size. They're super tiny. Really nice looking underneath. We have that red and tannish brown on it, and it goes all the way through. But you can see how the switches themselves and the keycaps, nice and premium. The keycaps themselves looking nice and thick, like we all know and love to have some nice thick keycaps. Lastly, we're going to look here at the software. This is the customization that you can do. You can do this by bulk, or you can do this by individual key. You can do full remappings of everything that you want. You can have FN1, FN2 for extra functions if you want to do that. But you probably will have to map a second FN if you want to do that. But by default, you can remap any key to anything across all of the keyboard functionalities if you would like. And then, of course, as well, you can also put these into profiles themselves, or you can add a new profile, delete, edit, import, and export. So if you have somebody else who has a keyboard, you can just give them your profile or get their profile. Next, we're going to look at the lighting effects. You have the fixed on, if you'd like to do that, just one color, or you have the different effects here for the respire, rainbow, flash away, raindrop. These all look absolutely amazing. The LEDs look great. Going down to the rainbow wheel, the ripple shining, star, shadow, and all the way down. These look absolutely amazing. Now, we do have, lastly, which is something cool, which it does visually show you, is the music. And I went ahead and played some music here to show it does bump, and what you see here will be going across your keyboard. So this will be looking beautiful across the board, and it is really neat to show. And it does not just music, it's basically all of your audio that goes across your computer, so it'll just bump with it. Next on the list is the custom lights. If you want to do that, you can select just the numbers or AWSD, but basically the same thing. It's some different color effects. Now, lastly, we do have here the fancy part, which is uploading your own GIF, your own piece to the digital display if you'd like on the keyboard itself. So I'm going to go ahead and upload a GIF that I have for my computer, which is just my logo for my main channel. And it's just going to look around. Yes, it looks all jiggly, but this will upload fairly quickly. As we've sped it up, this did take a full 5 minutes to upload, plus, depending on the size of your GIF and how many frames. But once it's there, you can see this in real time, what it's looking like. It does need to be 128 by 128, and my GIF was clearly not that small, so I had to size it for the video. But depending on the size of it, it may speed it up. But overall, it looks great. All right, guys, that was the Royal Kludge N80 low-profile mechanical keyboard. Absolutely fantastic. Loved for my first time seeing a low-profile keyboard in my hands. Again, a little bit of difference to get used to, but it does get easier and easier the more you use it. The low profile definitely helping with fatigue of your fingers, so you can type for longer without having to go for the extra travel distance. It is extra nice, especially with them being lubed and the nice high-quality sound and feel that it comes with the weight of the keyboard, and also with the 3 layers of sound dampening that they have inside of this thing. So definitely would recommend you checking it out. Would be great, especially with the pass-through. You do get still an extra USB port to just pass through with it. Would recommend using a USB 2.0 with the keyboard itself, because it's only got a USB 2.0 pass-through. But favorite feature has to be that knob, to where you can absolutely do just about everything with this keyboard inside the keyboard with the screen. So if you want to change anything, the effects, the speeds, all you have to do is click the knob, dial it over, and set it in. And don't forget to check out the link down in the description below. There are also some discount codes down there as well for you guys to check out and use, so you guys can get that extra discount on the keyboard and get it on the cheapy cheap. Definitely stack as many discounts as you can on Amazon, because you never know when there's going to be a sale running on those. So absolutely get it. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Do appreciate you guys hanging out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see some more tech videos that are on the way. We got some more awesome technology, some more keyboards, some more microphone. We do have a mixer on the way, so guys, make sure to stay tuned for that. And thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys have a great rest of your evening and or day, and I will see you guys here on the next one.